So, you guys want to learn how to play IQ. Well, do you have smarts? Do you have cunning? Do you have brains? Do you like to look at a wristwatch? Are you sharp with a pistol? Well, IQ might be the right person for you. Prep time. First thing you want to do with IQ when you have your drone out is basically find your location. Not many characters I recommend doing something different with your drone when you first start off with. You always want to find the hostage, the location, or the bombs. Either one works out best for you. After you find your location and you know where you're at, you want to find a good spot. I always choose this spot. Don't ask me why, it's one of my favorite spots. A cough cough. After you've located the area, the best idea to do is just mark as many targets as you can. And if you can't detect any, that's even better. That means they probably won't find you. Starting off IQ, you always want to pull out her wristwatch. It's like one of the first things you want to do, because that's the main thing IQ does. You just want to locate all the devices, because you get the juicy 1 point. Next thing you should usually do with IQ is constantly just keep looking at your wristwatch. I mean, there's really not much else. Alright, after you've located the area and you've killed usually any enemies in the area, or kill still, confirm kill is the proper term I would assume, I'd recommend looking around the area. She's always good with her gadgets, just make sure you won't be marked. In a regular game, that would probably have killed anybody. What you want to do with IQ is be cutting, or just get very lucky and hope that the castle is just as bad as you with his potato aim. If you're wondering why there's so much running around outside on my behalf, it's mainly because with IQ, she has very little armor, so she can take very easy damage. You want to always do is scout out the area and not try to expose yourself too much. I saw some enemies in there, so I'm trying to figure out what's the best opportune way. So I'm thinking about getting on my drone at some point here. With IQ, you always want to think about gadgets. She works best with her gadgets and locating other gadgets. After I see that there's only one enemy left and I see that he's in that room located here, right now, I decide to bust in and take his ass out, because I know I have the best opportunity to do. And, you know, kill the hostage. Alright, in this next clip here I will show you is what to do with IQ good at first. First thing you do is always get to low ground. She's not got a lot of armor, so she can't really be protected if someone decides to shoot a stray bullet through the sky. It's also good to open up areas so you can see good lanes. You don't want to be up high, but you want to see lanes. Knowing that I just used my camera and I saw that there was a cap cam right here, I decided to put a breach charge and flip to the camera. Just to make sure he's still standing there and waiting, I decided to put my camera there and quickly blow a hole. Start shooting, but he's already dead. Knowing that he's already dead and the room's probably secure, I decided to first take out the cap cam trap just in case my friends decide to come in through that part. The next thing we do is we flip back to our camera, even though it was just destroyed, and then we have to scout out the room. Kind of silly for the Valkyrie just to rush in there, not meant to do that. I see a look right there, and this is where dumb stuff happens. I don't blow up in this wall because I'm an idiot, and I decide to step on a bear trap. That is something you should always be aware of. That gear does not pop up because it doesn't run on batteries. That is a funny gear to always die to if you're IQ. She has the G8A1 for heavy, large mag, good damage, but probably crazy kick. An AUG, which you can't go wrong with. It's nice, but what I prefer is the Commando. She only has one sidearm, which is the P12, I believe. It's a good sidearm, but it's mainly because she has to use her wristwatch to locate items. It's, not the greatest special in the world, but it's a nice one nonetheless.
Good work.
The last thing is her power, or I guess her, unique equipment. I recommend the breach charges over the other item. It's not bad to go with it, but breach charges are what I recommend. After you scan and what you got to do in these areas, I recommend, especially on this map, you should start always at one of the closest opportune routes.
5 seconds to go. Proceed to the biohazard container and secure it.
So the first thing you should always do is flip to your wristwatch. Usually the instant thing to do so you can locate as many devices right away as possible and hope that you don't shoot a teammate in the back of the head. After you remove all the cameras, which should be yours and Twitch's responsibility if there is a Twitch, because she should be taking out the cameras inside while you take the ones outside. I recommend busting in through one of the side doors, like said. I see that Gaze wants to get a good view, so I decide to blow it open so he can leave the good room. After I enter the room, I see that there's a Valkyrie drone instantly, and a regular camera. So I destroy the regular camera because no one's on it, and the Valkyrie drone will get destroyed next, hoping that I don't get shot. Even though I'm spot, I'm not too worried because I think they're on the basement floor. I keep forgetting that he dies right then. Well, that was his dumb move because I know that they were there, so I decide to do a cool move. Here's a little trick for you guys. Blow up against this wall, give you good access to both top and bottom floor. And not many people know it blows up, so they don't really look. You can't really see from their floor. See? I see one body down there, and I believe there's two actually if I look hard enough. So I shoot the first guy who decides to run up the steps and try to take out Gaze. And then Gaze goes down because he decides to look down the stairs. Before I look down and see that there is a guy with a shotgun. So I take him out easily. After I do that, I know it's safe. So I rush upstairs, and what you always need to do is help your teammates out. That's like 101, seriously. You always should help teammates. More bodies the better. Seeing up here that there is a freaking grenade catcher, I assume someone's up here. I see Valkyrie easily. Trying to fight her off, it's hard to do. So my teammates already take the objective. So I just follow behind. In the next game, we decide to attack from above. You know the procedures, kiddos. Scan, scan, scan with your wristwatch. Detect as many biohazards as you can. Because you can't detect the hostage. They're not really metal. This is where I act dumb and try to take out a Valkyrie camera. Just by, I don't know, trying to shoot it through actual shootable material. But I can't shoot it. So I decide to go above. Busting out this window, I'm looking around to see if there's any enemies in this room. Hanging upside down is the best opportunity to look for enemies, I feel. After you scan the room and made sure that there was no enemies involved in that room at all, I recommend checking the other sections, because just because you can't see every area doesn't mean that there's not an enemy in there. Well, after you made sure the room is clear, you can always enter the area. Okay, well if you can't tell by this look, it's already round 2. Things are starting to get weird. So, what I do is place down my breach charge right on top of the spot. Trying to blow it out, make some noise,
Setting charge.
you know, scare them. And I feel like doing that will alert someone and they're gonna come up here. So I hear footsteps, so I look real quick and I see the Jaeger. Easy killings, I feel. This is where things get a little dumb. You're gonna get 2 pretty dumb clips here. Here's one of me blowing a hole in the ground, which isn't dumb, this is smart. Blowing floors out in explodable areas above your objective is a brilliant strategy. But the dumb part is, when I get up here and I try to cross over to blow up another section or another portion of the floor, I kind of fuck up and I fall into the hole. Struggling and realize I fucked up, I see a Valkyrie and I start fighting her, knowing that I was probably going to lose. Though I did damage her for half health with a face shot, but you know, half health is I guess something. She deserved to win because I fucked up. I get it, but she should have died nonetheless. Alright, skipping to the next point. With the 2 following clips here I'm going to show you is the proper way to execute an attack on the laundry room. First, the improper way and the proper way. First, it's always about spawn location. If you're not spawned in the right spot, don't attempt going too far out of your way because you're usually going to die. Step 2 is to make sure you have your second camera available, because if you don't have your second camera, you're kind of going to get screwed, because as soon as you walk into this hole, there's usually an enemy. Well, I don't see one, but here comes Caviera. Right on cue. So, you want to sit back, make sure she's not following you, because Caviera likes to hunt for blood. She's like a shark. After you realize she's not following you, you should try a new route. Well, this is where your camera should come in handy. You need to make sure that your other route won't be clogged up with another person, because you can see that people are dying. Some to your own teammates. Well, there's Jaeger. Yay! And I get pulverized. Well, I should have killed him because he only had 10 health left, but I should have killed him. This is the proper way. Make sure you have a camera. If you have your little drone, you're gonna win. You want to scout out the area and make sure there's no one going crazy. And if you see someone in a corner, like Caviera right here, make sure she realizes you see her ass and she runs. Also, I see a little kill hole there, so I use that to my advantage. Knowing that that motherfucker will still be there, and knowing that that Twitch drone there will probably make him disturbed and move around, I decide to engage. So what I do is, I start shooting. There's no reason not to shoot. He's gonna be there. After I kill him, I play the waiting game. What you want to do is not be stupid. When you see a Caviera, you don't want to fuck with her. If she gets that interrogation off on you, you basically better run for your life as a teammate. After realizing that there's no enemies coming down the stairs anytime soon, I decide to start moving around and use his little kill spot as my little next hole. So, with Twitch heading down that way, I decide to blow open this wall as a distraction. It's always good to have teammates as a distraction, and then I see that she's going to kill someone, I decide to rush, make sure there's no one in the room first. I also see Valkyrie's arm pop out right there behind the bookshelf. I decide to sit here and wait, because it was actually Bandit's arm, not Valkyrie's. Valkyrie came up behind her. After killing Bandit, I know she's going to be coming up behind me. But, this is where I fuck up and I panic, and I'm lucky enough to knife the bitch. That is just lucky as fuck. I patch her up, which is a good idea, but before I can reload, I get demolished by that motherfucking bitch Caviera. Good thing she had my back, but that happens. Yeah, you kinda get fucked. But we tried our best, and we have to leave our hands in the hope of someone else. I did all I could. I mean, as IQ, you can do only so much, and we still win. It's a nice victory win, and yours truly takes first place. Well, this has been a video on how to play IQ. I hope it helps you guys. If you guys need any more tips and tricks, I'll bring out another video shortly. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Anything helps. I appreciate it.